It was recently revealed that YouTuber Logan Paul would be suing coffezilla.
Paul is suing me for cryptozoo, only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court.
coffezilla has uploaded a full-length main channel long form on this situation and the lawsuit, and has actually stated that the reason that he is being sued isn't because of his initial coverage, it's actually because he asked for refunds from Logan Paul.
Government of being a multi-layered fraud in Canada. I obviously had questions, but before I was able to get answers, Logan's team of lawyers showed up to silence me. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to go through this lawsuit. I'm going to tell you how to support us if you want, because while I didn't think I'd need help, I was wrong. But before we get to my mistake, let's start with
This
Logan.
video is a great insight into what coffezilla is actually going through with Logan Paul behind the scenes. He even opened up about the fact that his insurance have managed to wiggle their way out of not paying for this legal battle, so he's had to rely on his audience to actually pay. He's opened merchandise and other ways that you can actually help his legal battle, but also get something in return.
Wording in question, Logan Paul was already accused of participating in multiple crypto pump and dump schemes. That article does not reference my work. So Logan had already had a reputation as a scammer before my investigation, at least if you believe their allegations. So this lawsuit from beginning to end is groundless, meritless, frivolous, and Logan knows that because behind the scenes, in clips he didn't want to get out, he's saying I'm thorough and good-hearted. But in public, he wants to sue me, silence me, and cost me money, because that's the one department where we both know he's got me beat.
I don't think there is anybody on the internet that thinks what Logan Paul is doing is correct, fair, or just. Everybody's on coffezilla's side because coffezilla at the end of the day exposed something that Logan was doing which he definitely shouldn't be doing. But everyone came away from this video thinking that Logan Paul definitely deserves some kind of karma, and karma has come a lot faster than most people thought. Today an article was published stating Logan Paul and KSI's Prime are being sued for $68 million by bottling company for breach of contract. Refresco, whatever, this bottling company is seeking $67.7 million in damages due to Prime allegedly backing out of the contract. They're asking for interest as well, making the total request over $68 million. I could just picture being Logan Paul, you know, thinking that you're this big guy, suing coffezilla, knowing that he does not have the money to compete with you, and then get absolutely slam dunked by one of the biggest bottling companies out there. Like, how embarrassing, and it just feels like complete and utter karma. I've got no sympathy for Logan Paul here whatsoever. He's already done this sort of stuff with coffezilla and other creators in the past. He deserves this fully. According to the lawsuit filed on August 2nd, 2024, the deal between Prime and Refresco Beverages called for the company to spend large sums of money to change its production line to create the special bottles used by the influencer-led brand. Due to the amount of money being invested in the production line, the two companies allegedly agreed on a minimum order commitment. If they didn't hit the agreed upon orders from Refresco, Prime would have been required to pay a set amount of money per case. If defendants did not purchase and take delivery of at least 90% of the agreed annual volume commitment for each of the 3 contract years, defendants would be obligated to pay Refresco a fixed shortfall amount for each 12-bottle case. Below the volume commitment, the defendants did not purchase the agreed. According to the lawsuit shared by Bloomberg Law, as Refresco was getting ready to do a test run of the popular drink, Prime backed out of the agreement altogether. I mean, more scummy business practices from Logan Paul. Is anybody really surprised here whatsoever? This is Logan Paul we're talking about. I mean, in coffezilla's response, he literally exposed Logan Paul for more atrocious stuff behind the scenes. This is not new behavior. Logan Paul is a scam artist through and through. What I find most funny about this situation isn't even the fact that this is instant karma against Logan Paul for the coffezilla lawsuit. It's actually the fact this isn't Prime's first or even second legal issue. The bottling company is seeking $67.7 million in damages due to Prime allegedly backing out the contract. They're asking for interest as well, making the total request over $68 million. This lawsuit against Prime is part of a growing list of legal issues facing the influencer-led drink company. I would genuinely love to hear the conversations that happen behind the scenes with Logan Paul, telling him, you know, don't scam your fans anymore, right? Don't do dodgy practices with Prime, you know, stick to the record. Him just not hearing any of it and just continuing to do this stuff anyway. Back in 2023, a woman filed a lawsuit against Prime claiming that its grape-flavored hydration drink included forever chemicals that are thought to cause cancer and various other health issues. In May 2024, a class action lawsuit was filed against Prime for false advertising on its energy drink cans. In the filing, the plaintiffs claimed that the drink had more than 200 milligrams of caffeine. All the legal issues aside, I will never understand why Prime cans have so much damn caffeine in it. Who is your target demographic for there? You do not need that much caffeine in one single drink. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it can't be for kids because any kid that drinks it bounces off the wall like Bugs Bunny or has a heart attack. It can't be for adults because what adult is drinking a prime hydration drink and what old person's drinking a prime hydration drink or energy drink? It makes no sense. After signing Kevin Durant as a sponsored athlete for the company, Prime launched a special edition bottle with the NBA stars branding. Due to the inclusion of Durant's Olympic accolades on the back of the bottle, the US Olympic Committee filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Prime just days later. I've got a little theory here why Logan Paul backtracked and started targeting coffezilla in a court of law. I genuinely reckon it's just because he was getting targeted so much he wanted to spread around the pain, because it's an absolutely insane amount of legal issues for Prime. Like I said at the beginning, I have absolutely no sympathy for Logan Paul or even KSI or Prime here whatsoever. Logan Paul is an absolute utter scumbag, and KSI, who's somebody who, after hearing all of this scamming stuff, has still associated himself with him. I have no respect or dignity for any of these people.
We might have facts, we might even have evidence, but he's got all the money and the lawyers. And this is where I have to get to my one embarrassing mistake in all of this. See, my defense against rich people like Logan Paul is media insurance, for frivolous lawsuits. So when I was sued, I immediately called my insurance company to file a claim, so I wouldn't have to pay for it. But they told me they're not going to pay. They're trying to get out of covering us.
See, I also find that crazy. I genuinely feel really bad for coffezilla. He's done something incredibly good for the public, exposing some massive scam from Logan Paul, cryptozoo. He's got this information out there, and he's just gone, look, Logan Paul, you really need to do these refunds. Gone that over and over again. Logan Paul's blocked him, and then in response, sued him. And then even his own insurance won't help him out. I just genuinely think it's a really bad situation for coffezilla. I feel really bad for the guy. After all the good this guy does, imagine then getting hit with an absolutely killer lawsuit by Logan Paul of all people. The guy has more money than sense and will just waste all his money in a court of law. He's made an absolute bank from Prime and can definitely pay people back. It's going to cost less to pay people back than it is fight in legal fees.
For now, the bottom line is we have to fight Logan with our personal funds, which means I need to ask for your support. If you want to help and are able to help, there are two ways to contribute to our fight against Logan Paul. One, you can join our Patreon, which supports the channel, or you can buy exclusive merch at coffezilla.store, where we just released the Coffezilla Defense Drop. That's right, life hands you lawsuits, you get rejected by your insurance, make merch. So here's the deal. These shirts will be available for pre-order for only the next 14 days, and 100% of profits we make from selling them will go to this lawsuit. If for some weird reason there's money left over, it will be dedicated to future legal costs for this channel.
I just wanted to play coffezilla's advertisement there in full because unfortunately guys like coffezilla don't have millions upon millions that they can spend in legal fees. Of course they're getting a pretty penny for the content that he makes, but not enough to fight someone like Logan Paul in a court of law for an unfair lawsuit. And I genuinely think it's important to support someone like coffezilla who's been doing God's work by exposing people like Logan Paul and other crypto weirdos for fucking years now. But the takeaway from this video is I cannot be more happy that karma has come for Logan Paul.